You need to be accountable for your own actions, as we are of ours. We are not responsible for any thoughts, feelings, and or actions you have before, during, or after listening to our show. The show is for entertaining, sometimes educational purposes. We encourage you to do the proper research for yourself on things you hear about on the show.
The following program contains adult content and language. The material contained may be offensive to some people. Content may potentially be appealing to all ages. It is intended for older audiences. It may not be suitable for anyone under the age of 17. Listener discretion is advised.
The things that come out of my mouth do not represent the views and or opinions of any entities whatsoever to which I have been, am, or will be affiliated with. I am capable of thinking on my own, and we encourage you to do the same. If you are offended by anything I say, feel free to think it through and let it go! All aboard! Please have your tickets in hand and gather all your belongings. You are now boarding. If you learned anything from 2020, you learned you should not take it. Especially without the Vaseline. Anyway, so, all aboard! Please have your tickets in hand and gather all your crap. You are now boarding the crazy train. This is In Your Face. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Dixie's very own little darling, the female mouth of the South, Rebel Meddler. Thanks for boarding the train where you have tuned into. Go ahead and find your seats. We are starting this interactive ride. You can try to contact us on social media platforms. If you are listening live, feel free to contact us so you can voice your opinion, speak your mind, put information out there, or just call in to talk. I like to shoot the shit and I welcome controversy. Bring it! If you got the stones, that is. God, goddess, family, friends, and everyone listening, please forgive me for anything and everything that's about to come out of my mouth. I say this before the show because I know me, and quite frankly, I can be a bitch.
Don't fuck with me, fellas! This ain't my first time at the rodeo.
It sure the hell ain't. Oh, it sure the hell ain't. If you are shocked by anything I say, then you obviously have not been paying attention to who the hell I am. On this train ride called life, we take the good with the bad, smile when you're sad, love what you got, yet remember what you have. Remember it all, why don't you? Try to forgive, but never forget. Learn something new from your mistakes. Keep in mind, people change and things go wrong. Just remember, the ride goes on. Let's see where that ride takes us today. Today's program is brought to you by Country Corners Gazette, KEPIN, Bayou Does It. Not to mention Handy. We still do not have that information because I think they are waiting to put some more information out there, and they want us to have all the information to give to you. But you can stay tuned to find out more. Absolutely. Don't miss out. I am so glad you guys have a VIP ticket to the train because you don't want to miss anything. I hope not anyway. I can't keep still. My leg is killing me today. Oh, what can you do? What can you do indeed? Oh man, what am I doing here? I forgot. Where did I leave off? We're just going to start back there and go from there. All right, so welcome to today's show. I have questions for y'all. Did you figure out what you learned from school? Did you learn where to place the blame and stop the blame game? Did you find your way off the pity poor me train? Did you find your strength after being broken? Did you know your lessons from 2020? If you don't know what I'm talking about and don't have your answers, you may need to go back and listen to our show titled beginning 2021. Let's see. We also gave you some exercises to answer. Did you guys pay attention, and have you done your work, or do we have to bend you over the desk and beat you with something? Stop it. Oh, someone I miss a great deal. I really appreciated that bending you over the desk thing. You will be missed. Never forgotten. Always with us. Okie dokie. So, the lesson was don't eat bat. No. Yeah, those are a lot of questions here. I don't know. I don't know if we can definitely blame just the bats. I think there's still controversy out there about lots of things, but it is what it is. So no matter what you learned it through this year, and hey, it's all good indeed. Where's that button? I know I'm multitasking. I tell y'all not to freaking do it all the damn time, but yet what am I doing? I'm multitasking, and I know y'all always know when I'm doing it because it's noticeable. Sorry, folks. So sorry. Let's go to the questions, the exercises. For those of you who were tardy last week or didn't do their exercises, love the smiley face. Okay, so yeah, if you missed out on the bigger things we just questioned you about, you definitely have to go back and listen to Beginning 2021. That's the title of the show, and you can find out more. But for those of you who are still working on other exercises, we did leave you with these things. What has 2020 taught you? How have you grown? What did you learn in your journey? And we reflected a little bit more, piggybacking on what you have learned. What have you experienced in 2020? What did you take with you into this new year? Will there be change for you this year? Is there something you want to focus on? Something you will do differently? Something that got lost and you want to go back to. Okay. Do you have your answers? Okay. Did you do your exercises? Do you have your answers? Don't rush yourself. Give yourself time to think these things out. Okay. I'm not expecting you to have all the answers. Who the hell does? No one. Absolutely. But what I do want you to do is I want you to forgive me. I'm in pain. Sorry. The show must go on, right? Yes, indeed. Okie dokie, you learned to play the guitar. All right, Irish, you should not be playing the guitar. That's Sam's job. All right, but I'm glad that you learned how to play guitar and have much more fun. Oh, those of you who don't know, y'all need to go back a lot of shows. Go check out Rebels Romper Room, and I think that's where we initiated the play the guitar. We also have play the trombone. So anyway, we're not going to go there. Not yet. We might. You never know. Okay, but back to your questions. You really need to know yourself for these questions, okay? You can just answer them willy-nilly, and you can go back to it, okay? Now, to be honest, this is part of Rebels Romper Room, not that other part about, the more adult stuff, but it fits into the journey of you. You guys should have been working on the journey to you. We have talked about that a lot on Rebels Romper Room, and since Rebels Romper Room and In Your Face are now combined, we, for now anyway, we wanted to make sure that we get back on track, because we did derail a little bit there, didn't we? Yes, we did. So hopefully you all still have your journals. All right. Now remember, in your journal, if you don't have one, go get one. Damn it. Anyway, what you can do is write it in your journal. Now, if you want to take those questions and write the first thing that comes to mind, by all means do it. But leave yourself some space, or number the page where you can go back and rewrite your answers, because I want you to go back and reread your answers to these questions. And okay, I have to explain this. I am in pain. My knees are double jointed, and for some reason it feels like my knee is out of place, and I can't, because I sit here for hours. When right before the show, I had a moment to get up and go walk around. I walked into Animal Actors and into the green room here, but I didn't have much time. What I really need to do, really and truly need to do, which I have no time to do until later today when I get off of work at, 9 o'clock tonight. I need to go walk. I need to walk this off some way, somehow, but unfortunately it's getting really stiff sitting here, and there's nothing I can literally do. So for those of you who don't understand, pain can set in, and you really need to, no matter how many leg lifts I do, I'm sitting in a chair and I'm raising my knee, I'm raising my leg up, the lower part of my leg up, so I can try to stretch it out. It's not working. It's not working at all, and it's painful. But anyway, enough of my whining. I know I don't feel like I was whining. I was just telling you the truth. But it is. Some people tell you that it's excuses when you're stating facts. So hopefully you'll learn to walk away from that. Anyway, back to your journals. You should have a journal. I want you to write down your answers to these questions. And I want you to go back later and reflect on them and see if you have another answer for those questions. And then compare the answers. Because you can learn a lot about things. You can learn a lot from yourself that you need to do, okay? I gave you really good things to process, okay? Your thought process is something that you need to do. I think on, which is coming up later, I think you could check out some of my other social media things and check out the rant, but I did get a new book. I will be posting more stuff about my previous book. So yeah, no, I didn't even finish our previous journal. You know, the one with the little monster with the googly eyes. I still have that one. I don't have it handy. I can't put my hand on it right at this moment because I can't get up and look for it. But yeah, we do still have that journal, which we need to finish because let's face facts. I think it was only a 70-page journal from God knows when, 2018 or something, and we haven't finished it. But we intend on finishing it now, and we intend on moving on to our new one, which I can put my hand on only because it was in a rant video. Our journal to start this year, which we haven't started yet, obviously, is Life is Simple, Just Add Water. You guys can check out the pictures and stuff on the post, and I'll get you more information, details on that as soon as we can. So if you don't have a journal, go get yourself one, please. It's going to be beneficial to you. I try not to steer you wrong. I really don't. So what well, hopefully you can get up and walk it off more often than I can. I just can't at this moment. So we are, am I multitasking? I know. It's called a stall tactic, damn it. I am multitasking and I should not be. And let's ease the multitask. Why don't we? Let's get this work done in the middle of my damn show. I know, right? What can I do? I can just get it done. Get her done. It's Tuesday. I should have some in there. Okay. Multitasking to get this done so I can stop focusing on other things and not lose my worker on anything else. So what are we going to do? We're going to finish up the work we're doing. I know, working on air during a show. Go figure it. The only way to stop multitasking is to finish one thing at a time, correct? I think so. So I know I'm still multitasking because I'm talking to you guys as I'm multitasking, but I promise you, I swear to you, as soon as I get this in here, change the date here from, if only you could see what I'm doing. No, I can't do that because we can't have cameras in here due to licensed material and privacy and all of that good stuff. There's an actual word for it. There's a reason we don't have cameras in here. And if I wasn't multitasking already, I'd probably multitask to find that out for you, but I'm not going to. I'm stalling. I am. I'm not stalling to stall the show. I'm stalling to get rid of the multitasking that I'm doing, and then I can pay attention. 2021, and I'm literally almost finished. I have just a few more things to type and press that button. All right, there you go. I will stop multitasking. I promise you. I am no longer going to be multitasking during the show at this time because it's all set. I have finished that work, and everything else can actually take a stop. Now, you see how I did that? I was multitasking. I realized I was multitasking, and I broke it down to where we can stop the damn multitasking. Had to finish one thing. Time is of the essence. And you may think you have all the time in the world. You really don't. I hope you're taking time for you. Are you doing stuff you want to do? Are you taking care of you? So frustrating, right? Absolutely. Because we forget. We get into this, oh my God, I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. I gotta get this done. Do is exactly what it is. Okay, you're doing for other people and you're not doing for yourself. Don't get in that rut. We talked about this on Rumble Room many times, okay? We need to stop getting ourselves in a rut. We need to get out of that rut and do better. We need to do better for ourselves, and we need to fix the issues. And one of the things of fixing the issues is to stop the multitasking. Keep doing for everyone, and literally schedule time for yourself. That's what you're going to have to do. If you have not managed to do it so far, schedule the time. Schedule the time and stick to the schedule. Do for you, for crying out loud. It's not a selfish thing. And anybody that tells you you're selfish is because that you're taking your time away from them and they're getting a little nervous. Maybe they should take time to do shit for themselves too. It's not, oh, there's that rubber band. I said it. I know. I hate that, right? That thing. If I ever do it, stop me. I don't have a rubber band to put around my arm, but you don't know until I tell you. Exactly the point. So back to, you're not being selfish if you take time for yourself. So please take the time for yourself. All right. This next one comes from advice, opinions, relationship stuff, Facebook post segments of the show. And it says, I believe true love meets you in your mess and not your best. When someone sticks around, no matter how hard shit gets, they really love you. Okay. Now, we did talk about, I know I wrote it down and I actually looked it up. Roxy told me that Marilyn Monroe once said, if you don't like me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. That is so true. And this kind of falls in that place. If you believe true love can stand the test of time, it's gonna meet you at your mess, in your worst of times, and not your best. It's going to want you no matter what, and it's gonna stick around when everything goes to hell and back. All right, so think about that. Go and look at your relationships, whether it be sexual relationships, whether it be friendly relationships, whether it be work relationships. There's all kinds of relationships out there, and you need to know that it can apply to all types of relationships. If you have so-called friends that only stick around for the good times, then they may not quite be your friends. And some people may not even realize they're doing it. Call them on it. That's right. Don't be afraid to put it out there and ask, hey, look, what the hell's going on here, people? I don't know about you, but I don't want that kind of mess, that kind of burden, that kind of foolishness. I don't have time for it. You got to start cutting out the stuff you don't have time for, and you got to start making things better for yourself. But the only way you can do that is to realize what is not the best for you. What is tying you down? What is weighing you down and not getting you what you want? What has caused you to forget what you wanted? Oh man, can you imagine? Yeah, okay, I'm still working on that one. We need to put together things like, what do you like? What do you like to do? If you can't answer that question, you're too far into the crap to realize it. You need help, and the only way to get help is to help yourself. Okay, you need to start seeing what don't work for you in life. It's time to purge the crap. Okay, really. It sounds terrible, but it's true. You need to get rid of the crap that's not working for you in your life and make things better. And the only way you can do that is to realize you're doing it. And I'm going to realize that my microphone is about to fall off. Sorry. Not literally fall off, but the button was being pressed. So let's make that better. Why don't we? Yes, indeed. That's what I get from moving around so much. But hey, you got to do what you got to do. So I know we brought you so much already that we need to move on. Now, this one is a serious note. All kidding, bullshitting, joking aside. I think they put this one in the helpful hints, wonder about Facebook post, and in the notes segments of the show. If you if you didn't see this on my Facebook page, it is posted, and I really want to put this out there and be really clear about it. If suicide ever crossed your mind or ever comes to cross your mind, just know that I would rather listen to your story than attend your funeral. All right, ladies and gentlemen, my number is public. Okay, I'm a public person. I'm a what do you call it? I am no like A-list celebrity or anything, but I'm out there. Everybody can contact me through social media. I'm certain my private phone number is out there. All right, I carry my cell phone just like everyone else does. My number's public, and I will listen if you call. Okay, it's hard this time of year, and with all the stress some people are under, things may seem off. Okay, please know that there are people who will listen. I don't want that thought of you not being here to cross your mind, because you know what? You don't know if the grass is greener on the other side. You don't know what's coming. I mean, I don't give a damn what your belief system is. You don't know what's going to happen if you decide you want to leave here. All right? It's hard. It's really hard. But I want you to know that you're not alone, and you matter, and you're definitely not expendable. All right, you need to know that you do have worth. Hopefully you'll feel your self-worth and not go down that road. I may be a stranger right now, but again, my ears do work and I can listen. And I put it out there for you. If you need someone to talk to that you have not gotten anybody to listen, I will listen. Okay? Please don't make that choice to end your life, because it's just not the favorable option. Okay? Seriously, I'd definitely rather listen to your story than hear that you're no longer here to write any more of the pages. All right? Please don't think that this is the time or the right thing to do. I don't want to lay any, more guilt on anybody, but seriously, if you end it, you don't know where you're going. You don't know where it's going to take you. What if you try and it doesn't take? You know what I'm saying? What if it wasn't worth it? What if it's not worth doing? And even better, what about all the people you left behind? Now, if you're thinking, oh, you have nobody and this, that, and the other, reach out. Reach out to people. Those who don't respond may not need to be in your life. I don't know. I mean, there's so many different avenues to travel with that. But committing suicide is just not the road anyone should travel. Okay? Whatever brought you to that place, whatever brought you to that thought, please let that thought just fade out as if it wasn't a road to travel down. It's just not. Okay? If you need someone to listen to, if you need to find a better way, you just need to change your perspective on where you need to go with things. Please don't let that be your answer to things, because I just don't think that's the best route, to take. Okay, on that note, I want to cover a bit more. This one's from our advice, opinion, relationship stuff, helpful hints, wonder about Facebook post, and in the know segments of the show. Don't let getting lonely make you reconnect with toxic people. You shouldn't drink poison just because you're thirsty. All right. Well, wow. We're just piggybacking today. This might be the piggyback show, right? Piggyback Show. That's a title. That's a working title we're working with right now. I just came up with it. That's right. I do. We have to create a title as we go along. And that's the best one I've had so far since everything's piggybacking off each other. Now, this one coming after talking about suicide, don't let getting lonely make you reconnect with toxic people. Toxic people are toxic. Okay, they are poison, in fact. They will drain you of everything. You have to realize toxic people, okay? You have to recognize the toxicity that some people hold. You need to start seeing it. You need to definitely recognize who's toxic. If you've already put those toxic people out of your life, let them alone. Let them out there. Do not bring them back in. You got rid of them for a reason. All right? You shouldn't drink poison just because you're thirsty. Please, 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 please know that there's more out there than those toxic people you got rid of. Or if they're still in your life, you don't need to do this. You need to purge yourself of the toxicity that other people are causing. You need to purge the toxic people from yourself. It's a new year. Get rid of the damn trash. Take the trash out. Okay, seriously. Take the trash out of your worlds. Take the trash out of your existence. Get rid of the crap. All right, you don't need to continue down the wrong path. All right, many times in life you're going to come across a fork in the road. And you definitely are going to need to make that choice. But guess what? If you choose wrong, there's going to be another fork to choose from. Okay, make a different choice. Go back and fix things. You definitely need to make a purge in your life. You have to get rid of what's not working. We told you, look at the previous year. Look at the previous couple of years. Go back and realize, where did I go wrong? What should I have chosen better? Now, that time machine is only for use for some people, and I haven't perfected the one to use. So keep in mind, you can't go back and change history, but you can change the course of that you're on now. Okay, you can't. Just like you can't make people love you. You surprise. You can't expect things to change if you don't make those changes. You can't go back in time to make the changes. And if you make the changes now, you might not get the results that you could have before. Like, let's face facts. I keep hearing this stupid commercial for being on the team of the Dallas Cowboy cheerleaders. Now let's face facts. If you don't look a certain way, if you don't act a certain way, and if you ain't young enough to do this, you ain't gonna happen. It's not, you'll never make the team. Why keep trying for something you ain't gonna get? Okay, come on. There's a better road out there. Go for something else, okay? You have to set realistic goals, and you have to take baby steps to get to those goals. Don't set yourself up for failure. Don't continue not doing what you need to do. And you're like, oh, easier said than done. How do you know what to do? You don't. Okay, it's a trial and error process. Please just make different choices. And some people are like, jump in and just change everything. Well, hey, if that's what you think you're going to do, go for it. Not everybody's at that leisure that can do that. So I suggest, instead of just jumping in wholeheartedly and making changes, I think you need to take baby steps. You need to evaluate what's going on and figure out what can be done to change things and go from there. I mean, that's the best I would say. You need to figure out what's going on and make a game plan for things to change. That's a good start. All right. And with that said, now let's move on. I think we need to replenish. What? That's right. How many are having grumbles in your tummy? I know I sure am. I haven't eaten a freaking thing all day. All I had was hot tea, salted caramel tea. Yes, I'm sure you can find a picture of that on my social medias, please. I know. Well, here's a fix for you. We want to remind you to look for what's in Rebel's Pot and what's on the menu. They can be found on my Instagram, my IGTV, and coming soon to my YouTube channel. This particular segment is, let's see, it fits in the, I'm sorry, the teleprompter went a little bit too fast. Back it up a little bit. Thank you. This is from our Yummy Eats and Tasty Treats segments of our show. No, we have not made this. I just want to go on record. We have not made this on What's in Rebel's Pot, but we may make it in the future. Okay, this is a ground beef casserole. Yum! It came to us from the kitchens of Deep South Dish. Woohoo! Prep time is 15 minutes. Cook time is 30 minutes ish. Okay. Depending on if you're cooking on an electric stove, a fire stove, an outdoor stove, whatever you're cooking on, it could depend on the amount of time it takes for you to do it. And prep time as well, you know. FYI, this is supposed to feed 4 to 6 people. It depends on how hungry you are as well. So, what will we need? We will need the following ingredients to cook us up a mess of something. Our mess of something, again, is ground beef casserole. You're going to need 1.5 cups of uncooked elbow macaroni. That's elbow noodles, y'all. 1 teaspoon of olive oil. Again, I have not made this, so I can't even tell you the substitutions or anything else if you figure it out. You need 1/2 cup of chopped sweet or yellow onions, or hell, do them both. 1/2 cup of chopped green bell pepper, That's a 1/2 cup of chopped sweet or yellow onions, 1/4 cup of chopped green bell peppers, 1/4 cup of chopped red bell peppers, a tablespoon of minced garlic, a pound of ground sirloin, a tablespoon of chili powder, or, you know, a little bit more or less to taste. It depends on your taste. A teaspoon of garlic powder, a teaspoon of onion powder, a teaspoon seasoned salt. They suggest Lowry's. 1 10-ounce can of mild or original Rotel tomatoes. Now, right there, I personally would probably use the hot Rotel only because I like it spicy. But I'll let you know when we make it. 1/2 cup of tomato sauce, 4 ounces of Velveeta, shredded or cubed cheese, kosher salt to taste, freshly cooked black pepper, freshly cracked. You don't cook black pepper. Freshly cracked black pepper to taste. Now, you can just use the regular black pepper if that's what you got in your pantry or in your spice cabinet. Let's see, the last one ingredients we need is 4 slices of provolone cheese or 1.5 cups of shredded provolone. And for our instructions, preheat the oven to 350. You're going to butter or spray an 8 by 8 inch casserole dish, and you're going to set it aside. Bring a large pot of boiling water to a boil. Add 2 pinches of salt. That makes the water boil faster. And boil the macaroni al dente. According to the package, drain and set aside. In a large skillet, and again, that depends on what noodles you're using to depend on how long it's going to cook. Read the box. In a large skillet, heat the olive oil over medium heat. Add onions and green and red bell peppers, and saute until tender. Add the garlic. I don't know why they do that. I prefer to have it a little stiffer, so I add it after I cook the meat. Anyway, or after I get the meat started. Add garlic and cook, another minute. Add the ground beef and cook until browned. Breaking it up as you go. You want it in pieces, not in ball size, or in, you don't want it the whole slab of meat. You stuck it in there. Drain off the fat from the meat in the mixture if necessary. Now let's face facts. All meat's gonna it's going to pertain to greasy, fatty stuff. You want to take that out of there. And then return it to the pan. Okay, stir in the chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, and seasoned salt. And again, I kind of mix all the seasoning in as I cook the meat. Just saying. Then you add the undrained Rotel tomatoes, tomato sauce, and Velveeta to the mixture. Stir until it's mixed thoroughly. Add salt and pepper to taste and any other seasonings you might want to add to it. You pour the meat and pasta mixture into the prepared baking dish. Lay the 4 slices of provolone on top. Cover and bake at 350 degrees for adjusted if you're not in Fahrenheit. That's all Fahrenheit. And you cook it till about 20-30 minutes or until the cheese is bubbly on top. Now, you can't just determine the cheese on top. You kind of got to cook. You got to wait till the whole mixture is bubbly. Just saying. And there you go. Whew. Now, they do have some substitutes. You can substitute 2 cups of leftover pasta meat sauce if you like. Or you can use, do the whole veggie sauce thing. And have fun with it, folks. That's basically what you need to do. You need to have fun with it. Now, if I wasn't hungry enough before, that just made me more hungry. Ha, ha, ha. Man, what are we going to do with you? Let's see. Oh, holy macaroni. No, that one. I think there is a recipe for holy macaroni. I don't have that particularly right now, but that recipe we just went over is ground beef casserole. Now, it could be called other things. It just depends. If you want to find out more, go to deepsouthdish.com, where you can find many more recipes. Yummy. Absolutely. Whew. Now it's time to recap. Oh, on the Piggyback Show. Absolutely. Want to do a little brief recap for you. Now, we did tell you the last show we did was beginning 2021. We asked you a lot of questions. Made your head swirl, right? Well, just clear out the clutter and do what you got to do. Maybe meditate. I don't, but maybe you can meditate if that kind of stuff works for you. Whatever you got to do. I want you to sit back and actually get to know yourself. Yeah, this has been a combo show. No, we don't always do combo shows, but this is In Your Face Rebels Romper Room. And with that, we did start off with Rebels Romper Room. Stuff is. Absolutely. Yeah, I did it on purpose. So, hopefully you have a journal. And again, I need to make a note. Where's the note? We need a note. I need to make a note to pull out the monster googly face, googly eyes journal. So I'm going to do that. So note number 1, get out old journal. Get out the eye journal. We're just going to put in, I don't know what it is, eye journal. And it doesn't mean I as in myself. It's got googly eyes. It's definitely pictured on my social media. Just got to go back and find it. But I actually still have the journal, and we'll get back into that one. But if you don't have that journal from previous times, I want you to get a new journal for the journey to you. All right, if you're new to the journey to you, get yourself a new journal. And your first questions that you're going to ask yourself, since we just started this new year, what has last year taught you? How have you grown? What did you learn so far in this journey? What did you learn from your experiences last year? What did you take with you into this new year? Will there be change for you this year? Is there something you want to focus on? Something you will do differently? Something that got lost and you want to get back? What got lost might be you. You might have gotten lost in all of this. You need to find yourself. That's the whole point of the journey to you. You need to find yourself. You need to figure out a better way of doing things for you. We need to make you better, okay? But you see how I said that? We need to make you better? You need to make you better. That's the key point of the journey to you. You lost yourself along the way. Some way, somehow, something got confused and you started doing way too much for other people and you forgot about you. We need to find ourselves. Okay, we all need to do this. We all need to work on ourselves. And we need to make some changes. We need to figure out what's going to make us happy. We need to figure out where we need to take this. We need to remember that we can write in our journals and go back to it. Will I do a show from what's in my journal, in the Monster Eye journal? I can. I'm going to write that down. When we find the journal, maybe we'll do a show. I got to pull that paper back up. Where is it? Okay. So number 2, not only do I got to get the journal, number 2, we got to we're going to call it recap the journal. Recap what's in the journal, right? So we'll recap the journal. Okay. So hopefully I made that abundantly clear to myself. I probably didn't. Recap the journal. We'll go over things that I have had in my journal and see if we've made any progress or if we kept up with things. Considering the journal started in God knows when. I wish I had my hands on it right now because that would be a good idea, but we're running out of time in today's show, so it's probably not a good idea to try to get into that. So we will do another show. It won't be next week because next week's show is already prompted. So we'll see, but maybe I can fit it into next week's show. I don't know. I do want to do it when we have time because you need to give yourself time. I don't want to rush anything. Just like I hope that you don't rush anything. Don't rush your answers. But what you can do is do the fun thing. Write the first thing that pops in your mind. Then go back and think about it. And don't erase anything. Leave what you wrote and see how things change. It helps. It really does. It really, truly does. Figure out what works for you. Okay? That's the best advice I can give to anybody. I can tell you how to do it, and then I can tell you, figure out what works best for you. You don't have to do it my way, because my way is right for me, not for everybody, but the best thing you can do is figure out what works best for you. Remember that people might come into your life that don't deserve your best if they can't stick around for the worst. So if they met you in a hot mess and they stuck around through the nitty and the gritty, hey, they might be a keeper. Okay? They might be a keeper. Remember, my number is published. Phone number. You can reach me at, I should know my own phone number, 504-813-8964. If you have had that suicide thought cross your mind, or if it ever does, I will listen, because I'd rather listen to your story than attend your funeral. Don't let toxic people back in. If they're there, take them out. Remember, you don't need to drink poison just because you're thirsty. We gave you a really good recipe to try. If you guys try the recipe, please link me to it on social media. Don't give the number or they will commit. Yeah, absolutely. No, I don't give out other people's number. That's my number. I hope I gave out my number. Please, if I didn't say it right, sometimes you get an autopilot and you forget, but my phone number is 504-813-8964. Please look it up and, make sure you call. Don't be scared to call that number. I'll get to you. If I don't answer the phone, please know that it's time constraint, but I will get to you. Leave me a message and, you can text that as well. But please just don't think those thoughts. Anyway, we did give you that wonderful ground beef casserole. We kind of walked you through it. We told you what you needed. If you make the recipe, please send me pictures on my social media, preferably Facebook. You can private message me on Facebook. That's a good way too. If you need to talk to somebody, private message me on Facebook. I'm a public figure. You don't need to look too far. I'm not hard to find. Make the recipe. Show me your pics. Do what you got to do. Now, this last one is a thought we want to leave you with. It comes from our Think Before You Speak, Things to Think About Facebook post and opinion segments of our show. Okay, we were all humans until race disconnected us, religion separated us, Politics divided us, and wealth classified us. I want you guys to simmer on that one, or how does he say it? Marinate. That was for someone. Marinate on this, okay? We are still all humans, all right? That one race, the human race, no matter what you look like, are, or whatever, we are all still the human race. Although some people are saying that they identify as Apache helicopters, please know that no matter what you identify at, you're still part of the human race. But unfortunately, other race things disconnected us. Religion certainly has separated us. Politics, oh my word, definitely have divided us. And wealth classified us. Don't get stuck in that, all right? Think about it, figure out what you can do with it. But always remember we're part of the human race. All these years we've ended the show with chow babies for the most part. Well, we know there's a lot of crap out there to deal with, so we want to add a bit of wisdom for you to remember. So here goes. Please grant yourself the serenity to deal with stupid people the way they are, the courage to maintain your self-control when dealing with stupid, and the wisdom to know that if you act on the emotions that result from dealing with stupid people, you can go to jail. Later, y'all.